All right, so, your 14-year-old is like totally eyeing that help wanted sign,
Yeah.
with dollar signs in their eyes, right?
Yeah.
Getting that first job, whether it's, a traditional gig or even like a cool side hustle,
Mm-hmm.
it's a huge milestone. But like, where do you even begin as a parent in this day and age?
Right.
We've got a stack of articles here.
Okay.
Advice from career experts, insights on what employers are really looking for,
Mm-hmm.
and even a list of companies that hire 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Think of this deep dive as like your cheat sheet to help your teen, navigate this whole new world.
What's interesting is that, we often think of resumes and interviews as something you do in college or later.
Right.
But the sources we have today, really highlight how starting early, even at 14, can give your teen like a big head start.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Yeah.
I was reading Karen Hellier's piece, and she actually recommends teens have a resume
Mm-hmm.
at 14.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
It might seem surprising, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Think about it from an employer's perspective.
Okay.
Even if it's just a summer job, wouldn't you be more impressed by the teen who took the initiative to put together a resume?
Right.
It shows they're serious,
Yeah.
organized, and willing to go that extra mile.
Okay, that makes sense. But then the question is, what on earth do you put on a 14-year-old's resume?
Hellier has a list of 14 skills teens might already have that can translate into resume material.
Oh, wow.
Some are obvious, like babysitting or
Yeah.
pet sitting.
Right.
Those show responsibility
Uh-huh.
and even problem solving if a kid gets fussy
Right.
or a pet needs medication.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Those everyday things suddenly sound a lot more impressive.
Exactly.
Right.
Then there are things like mowing lawns or shoveling snow.
Oh, yeah.
That's landscaping experience.
Right.
Shows work ethic.
Right.
Maybe even customer service if they're dealing with neighbors.
Right.
And of course, any tech skills,
Yeah.
like being comfortable with computers or basic design software.
Yeah.
Those are gold these days.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about looking at what your teen already does
Uh-huh.
and framing it in a way that clicks with employers.
Precisely.
Okay.
You're helping them connect the dots
Yeah.
between seemingly simple activities and the valuable skills they demonstrate.
Yeah. Okay, so now the resume is looking a bit more filled out.
Okay.
But where are these mythical jobs that actually hire 14-year-olds?
Well, one article actually lists out a bunch of companies.
Okay.
Some are the classics grocery stores like Kroger
Yeah.
and Publix,
Mhm.
fast foods like Chick-fil-A and McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But then there are some you might not expect, like amusement parks or even U-Haul.
U-Haul.
Yeah.
That's not what I pictured for my teen's first job, but hey, why not?
It just shows the range out there.
Yeah.
But beyond specific companies, the
Yeah.
Go Henry article makes a great point.
Okay.
What employers really want,
Yeah.
especially for entry-level roles, are those so-called soft skills.
Soft skills.
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean?
These are the things that aren't always taught in a classroom,
Yeah.
but are so crucial in any workplace.
Right.
Communication, teamwork, problem solving, time management,
Mhm.
even things like adaptability and taking feedback well.
I see where this is going.
Mm.
Parents are basically expected to instill all this in their teens
Yeah.
before they even get the job.
It's not about lecturing,
Okay.
but more about creating opportunities.
Right.
Think about it if your teen helps with chores, participates in team sports,
Yeah.
or even just resolves conflicts with siblings.
Right.
Those are all chances to develop those soft skills organically.
So dinner table arguments can actually be good career prep. Who knew?
It's all about reframing those everyday interactions as
Yeah.
valuable learning experiences.
Okay, so we've got basic skills on the resume,
Yes.
and we're working on those all-important soft skills.
Uh-huh.
But let's be honest, at 14, there's also some, shall we say, rough edges that need smoothing out.
That's where some of the more practical advice comes in. Teensforhire.org, for example, reminds us of the obvious but essential. Good grooming,
Yeah.
clear communication, basic math and reading skills.
Right.
They even have a top 10 list
Yeah.
that covers things like being on time
Mm-hmm.
and, well, not showing up to an interview with a tongue ring.
Okay, that one made me laugh. But point taken, it's the little things that can make or break that first impression.
It's true.
Right.
Sometimes those seemingly small details can, speak volumes.
Yeah.
But let's go beyond the basics.
Okay.
Perplexity Research, which does a lot of work with AI,
Mm.
and analyzing trends, they dug into what employers value most in today's world.
Okay.
And guess what topped the list?
Tech skills, knowing how to code.
Actually, it was communication.
Oh.
Being able to express yourself clearly,
Okay.
listen actively, even understanding nonverbal cues, those were huge EE.
That makes sense, even with all the technology we have.
Right.
At the end of the day, people still need to connect with each other.
Exactly. And alongside communication,
Yeah.
they emphasize things like dependability,
Okay.
having a positive work ethic, being adaptable. These are the qualities that really make a teen stand out.
So it's not just about showing up on time, but showing up ready to work and learn.
Precisely. And this brings us to a question I'm sure many parents are wondering.
Okay.
Okay, all this prep is great,
Yeah.
but how do we actually HLP our team land that job?
Right. Because applying can be daunting even for us adults.
Right.
Where do we even start?
First, that resume we talked about.
Yeah.
Make sure it's well organized,
Okay.
easy to read, free of typos.
Of course.
Then help your team practice for interviews.
Okay.
Role-playing can be super helpful.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it feels a little awkward at first.
So, like, pretend to be the hiring manager and ask them tough questions.
Exactly.
Right.
It gets them comfortable talking about their skills and experiences.
Right.
And beyond formal jobs,
Yeah.
encourage volunteering or community involvement.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good idea.
Those look great on a resume and build those all-important soft skills.
It's like sneaking in extra practice without them even realizing it.
And finally, in today's digital world, don't underestimate the importance of digital etiquette.
Yeah.
Make sure they understand professional communication
Third.
online and offline, because even a casual text to a potential employer
Yeah.
can leave a lasting impression.
So no slang or emojis when applying for a job, got it. But all this talk about resumes and interviews, it makes me realize that for a 14-year-old, just navigating the whole work permit thing can be confusing.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's crucial for parents to research those regulations as they vary from state to state.
Yeah, I bet.
The Department of Labor website is a good resource,
Okay.
or your teen's school counselor might have helpful information.
It's better to be safe than sorry and ensure everything's above board.
Absolutely. Now let's dive deeper into that often dreaded part of the process, the interview. Okay. Besides the role playing, we talked about any other tips for helping our teens ACE those interviews.
Well, first impressions matter.
Yeah.
Help your team choose appropriate attire.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be a full suit,
Right.
but neat and professional goes a long way.
So maybe hold off on the ripped jeans and band t-shirts for this occasion.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
A clean iron shirt
Huh.
and neat pants or a skirt usually do the trick.
Got it.
And when it comes to those tricky interview questions,
Yeah.
practice makes perfect.
Like, what should they say when asked, tell me about yourself?
Encourage them to think about their skills, experiences,
Okay.
and why they're interested in the job.
Right.
Help them highlight those transferable skills
yeah.
and their enthusiasm.
It's about showcasing their personality and letting their genuine interest shine through.
Right, remind them to be themselves.
Yeah.
Make eye contact and smile.
All good tips.
And speaking of navigating the emotional side of things, it's crucial to talk to your teen about handling rejection.
Oh, that's tough, but so important.
Yeah.
Not every application will be a home run,
Right.
and it can be easy to take it personally at that age.
Exactly. Help them understand that rejection is part of life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't diminish their worth.
Right.
It's an opportunity to learn and grow.
It's about reframing it as a stepping stone on their journey.
And speaking of stepping stones,
Okay.
let's not forget another essential aspect,
Yeah.
discussing wages with your teen.
Right. It's important for them to understand their rights and what they should be earning, but honestly, the whole minimum wage thing can be confusing.
It can be. Each state has its own minimum wage laws, so research is key.
Okay.
And for jobs that might pay less than minimum wage, like internships,
Yeah.
it's crucial to review those terms carefully with your teen.
It's all about transparency and ensuring they're being treated fairly. But beyond just the legal side, this feels like a good opportunity to teach them about money management in general.
Right. Absolutely. This is the perfect time to talk about budgeting,
Yeah.
saving, and responsible spending.
Help them set financial goals,
Okay.
track their earnings,
Yeah.
and understand the value of their hard work.
So it's about equipping them with the financial literacy they need to make smart choices that feels just as valuable as any job skill.
It truly is now as we approach the final stretch of our deep dive.
Okay.
I want to introduce a concept that might seem a bit out of left field,
Okay.
but is incredibly powerful: mentorship.
Mentorship. That's interesting. You mean like finding someone in their chosen field to guide them?
It could be someone in their field,
Got it.
but it doesn't have to be
Okay.
a family friend,
Yeah.
a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
an older sibling. Anyone who is supportive,
Right.
encouraging, and can offer guidance and advice.
So it's about connecting them with a positive role model who can help them navigate the challenges and opportunities ahead.
Precisely, a mentor can provide invaluable insights,
Yeah?
share their experiences, and help your teen build confidence.
I love that idea. It's about creating a network of support and encouragement as they embark on this new journey.
And remember, mentorship is a two-way street.
Okay.
Encourage your teen to be open to learning from their mentor, but also to share their own ideas and perspectives.
It's about fostering a relationship built on mutual respect and a shared passion for growth.
Now, as we transition to the last part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
Preparing your teen for the workforce is about so much more than just finding a job.
Right.
It's about nurturing their talents,
Yeah.
fostering their independence, and empowering them to become confident, capable individuals.
It really is about giving them the tools they need, not just for a job, but for life in general. But okay, let's fast forward a bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's say our teen has landed that first job.
Right.
What can we do as parents to support them once they're actually in the workplace?
It might sound simple, but
Yeah.
one of the most important things is just being there to listen. Starting a new job is overwhelming for anyone, let alone a teenager.
Right.
They're going to have good days, bad days, and everything in between.
So resist the urge to give unsolicited advice or try to fix everything for them.
Exactly. Create a space where they feel comfortable sharing their experiences.
Wow.
Celebrate their successes, offer a listening ear when they face challenges, and ask questions that encourage them to reflect on what they're learning.
Those conversations can help them process what they're going through and come up with solutions on their own.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You're helping them develop those critical thinking and problem-solving skills.
Right.
And remember, this is a learning curve for both of you.
Right.
There will be bumps in the road, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's all part of the journey.
It's about embracing those challenges as opportunities for growth. Speaking of growth, I keep thinking about how much the world of work is changing.
Yeah.
What can we do to prepare our teens for a future that's likely to look very different from the present?
That's a great question, and it's something all parents should be thinking about. The key is to instill in them a love of lifelong learning.
Okay.
The ability to adapt, learn new skills, and embrace change will be essential in the future workplace.
So it's not just about the specific skills they learn now,
Right.
but their capacity to keep evolving and growing.
Exactly. And encourage them to explore different fields,
Yeah.
to step outside their comfort zones,
Yeah.
and to develop a strong sense of self-awareness. Understanding their strengths,
Yeah.
weaknesses, and values will guide them in making informed decisions about their future.
It's about empowering them to become the architects of their own lives.
Precisely. And remember,
Yeah.
this journey of preparing your teen for the workforce is a collaborative one.
Okay.
It's a partnership between you, your teen, and the community around you.
It's about working together to create a supportive environment where they can thrive and make their mark on the world.
And on that note, I want to leave you with this final thought. The future is brimming with possibilities.
Yeah.
And with the right support and guidance, our teens have the potential to shape that future in extraordinary ways.
That's a great point to end on. To all the parents listening, remember that you are not alone on this journey. You have the power to equip your teens with the tools they need, not only for their first jobs, but for their lifelong pursuits. Who knows, maybe one day they'll be the ones inspiring the next generation with their innovation and determination. Until next time, keep diving deep. All right, so, your 14-year-old is like totally eyeing that hill